Meet Raj. In 1990, Raj's father immigrated from Mumbai, India, to attend New York University and study film. 2 years later, he met Josie, a fellow student from Greece, and 10 months later, they had a baby boy together, Raj. Raj's mom and dad divorced when he was 5. His dad moved back to Mumbai. His mom did not return to Greece, but stayed in New York and raised Raj. She helped him get through college, and he is now working in advertising at the Boston Globe. Recently, he learned that the father he has not seen for 20 years has been admitted to a treatment center for those with severe diabetes. Raj is now 25. He makes $53,000 per year, receives a year-end bonus of $1,000, and does occasional freelance work for an additional $10,000. He has begun dating a client's attractive daughter, Maya. He feels she may be the one, but as he considers their possible future, he has some discomfort. She is a practicing Catholic with family roots in Latin America. She is quite conservative and modest. He has led a more liberal lifestyle and does not practice any religion. His concerns include: Maya has asked to meet his family. What will she think of his parents? And what will Maya's family think of him? He tried many controlled substances while in college. He does not think he is addicted, but he wonders what Maya would think about his past recreational activities. Will these chemicals in his bloodstream cause any problems in the future? When he was 14, he had a brief homosexual relationship with an older cousin. He has learned that older cousin is now HIV positive. He has had a few one-night stands following drinking parties. He wonders what Maya would think of this and whether or not he may have any STDs. Although he is employed and stable, he feels his boss does not like him. Raj is also aware that he and Maya would not be able to live comfortably in Boston on his income alone. The pressures at work often demand late hours, and he wonders what the future of his career will be. These pressures have brought on migraine headaches at times. He knows his mom suffers from them too and wonders if they run in the family. Even though his mom is only 49, she seems to be showing aging symptoms that would suggest she is much older. Raj wonders what is causing these arthritic and psychological symptoms in his mom. To get the job at the Boston Globe 2 years ago, he lied on his application. He claimed to work full-time for the New York Times in their advertising department. Actually, he was nothing more than a paid intern who did office errands. He made friends with an advertising layout man who allowed Raj to use him as a reference. Furthermore, he is currently lying to employment agencies and headhunters by claiming that he makes $90,000 per year at the Globe, so it will appear that he is really more valuable than he is. He rationalizes this by saying to himself that with all the bonuses he should be getting, he would be close to that. So, Raj wonders if the Globe or any future employer will ever find out about his little fibs on his resume. As his luck would have it, the first and only time he tried snorting cocaine was also the first and only time the police had ever raided the club he was at. Raj was taken to the police station where he and his friends quickly agreed to give up the name of the distributor. He was never formally charged and the police let him go, but he wonders if there is some record of the incident. He also doesn't know how much of that incident ended up on Facebook. For that matter, he doesn't know how many other past indiscretions ended up on any form of social media. Summing up his fears, shame, and pain, Raj is fearful that Maya and others will discover some of his past indiscretions online. Raj is fearful he may have a police record. Raj fears the truth will be discovered about his employment history and salary. Raj is fearful that his mom is suffering from chronic conditions and wonders if he will suffer those same conditions when he reaches a certain age. Raj is in pain from his migraines and wants to know what is causing them. Raj fears that he will not be able to find better income in the future. Raj is fearful that he may have an STD or may be a dormant HIV carrier. Raj is fearful that detectable traces of controlled substances are still in his bloodstream. Raj is fearful that he may have addictive tendencies. Raj fears that he may be prone to diabetes, like his dad. Raj is curious to know more about his DNA and ancestry, and perhaps even Maya's. Raj wants to know if he and Maya will make a good match. Meet Jill. Jill is a 36-year-old working mother. She lives in Pine Village, a small town in Indiana. Her pride and joy are her 3 sons. Jill's husband inherited the family farm, but he does not particularly enjoy farming. She does some nighttime cleaning with a friend for a couple of retail stores and feels appreciated. Ever since her first pregnancy, Jill has had a weight problem. She has tried several fad diets but only continues to slowly gain weight. She wonders if something is wrong with her. When she tries to exercise, she feels chest pains and has difficulty breathing. Recently, she's felt so low on energy that she feels compelled to take an afternoon nap. When one of her sons called home during school, she slept right through the phone ringing and was embarrassed and ashamed. Although she would say she is happily married, there isn't much romance. She and her husband say less and less, and when they do talk, it often ends up in an argument. Still, with a husband who is a decent provider, 3 healthy sons, and a part-time job where she is appreciated, Jill wonders why she still feels trapped. She thinks part of it is because she is living in her husband's family's farmhouse. It is nearly 100 years old, and it has never felt like hers. She dreams of having her own new home. Her husband says they would not qualify for a new home, and they are obligated not to sell the farm. Summing up her fears, shame, and pain, Jill fears that she will never be able to have her own home. Jill feels trapped in her modest lifestyle of mediocre happiness. Jill feels unsatisfied in her relationship with her husband. Jill fears she won't have the energy to keep up with her sons in the future. Jill is fearful there is something physically wrong with her. Jill fears she will never be able to successfully lose weight. Jill and Raj, like all of us, have fears, pain, and shame. How do we deal with this discomfort? There's a phrase we've all heard: ignoring the problem won't make it go away. Fears, pain, and shame are real problems. Instead of ignoring these problems, we at Knowing You suggest that they can be dealt with more effectively if we have our eyes wide open. Another phrase that we've all heard is, you don't know what you don't know. But you should know more about you than anyone else. So when it comes to your fears, pain, and shame, here's how ordering a thorough scan from Knowing You can help you deal with these problems with your eyes wide open. A thorough scan is affordable, takes about 30 minutes, and gives you over 200 points of personal confidential information. All you do is answer a few questions online and make a short visit to one of our labs. Your information is kept extremely confidential and will be accessible by you and you alone. For example, when Raj ordered his thorough scan, he found out that only one of his indiscretions is easily discoverable online. He has no police record. His employment history online is different than his claims on his resume, so he'll need to correct that. His income for his position is average for his age. His lab tests do not show any indications of diabetes, rheumatoid arthritis, or Alzheimer's. The lab tests do not show any indications of an STD or HIV. There are no significant levels of controlled substances in his bloodstream. There is no indication of addictive tendencies. There is no indication of any physical condition that would cause migraines. However, the lab tests do indicate that he has an unhealthy amount of a neuropeptide, an enzyme that is linked to both stress and anxiety. He will need to look into lowering that. Raj also learned that his DNA indicates this about his genealogy: 39% India, 22% Greece, 14% Scotland, 3% Pakistan, and a little bit of Italy. Now, most of this made sense, but 14% Scotland? His family history report indicated that his great-grandmother lived in an area of India at a time when it was occupied by the British Army. Is that where his Scottish DNA came from? Raj is curious to know what Maya's DNA and family ancestry might indicate. But mostly, Raj learned that all this information and much more indicates that there is nothing so wrong with him that he could not become a good match for Maya. At least on his end, he is clean. He has his eyes wide open and can fix the minor problems and move on with his life and relationships with confidence. Raj learned all of this and much more for a one-time credit card payment of $249 and about 30 minutes of his time. When Jill ordered her thorough scan, she found out that she and her husband would easily qualify for a mortgage on a new 4-bedroom home of 3,000 square feet in her hometown. Her personality and aptitude test shows that she is above average in social skills and that she should not be afraid to make new friends and look for new fulfilling experiences. She has a high sense of responsibility and loyalty. Hey, with traits like these, who wouldn't want Jill to be a friend, a neighbor, a co-worker, or employee? Of course, her kids already knew she was a great mom. Now, the results do indicate a lack of self-esteem. She'll need to work on that. But since her psychological profile and lab results do not indicate any serious concerns with her mental health or personality traits, Jill knows that her worsening relationship with her husband must stem from other issues. Her lab results do show a high level of lipids causing her high cholesterol. She will need to address that. The lab results also indicate that she is low in iron and in early stages of hypoglycemia. Both of these conditions are known to be treatable with supplements and an understanding of nutrition and diet. One important result Jill learned is that she literally has hay fever. That is to say, she is allergic to hay. It causes her some respiratory issues, among other things. And guess what is a dominant feature on a farm? All of the other lab results show her levels are normal for her age and weight. So she knows there are no serious medical diseases causing her weight gain or lack of energy. With a little research, Jill can find the right supplements and nutrition to dramatically improve her physical well-being. In fact, she will visit the resource pages on the Knowing You website and find links to several sources that offer answers and solutions to her high cholesterol, low iron, hypoglycemia, and hay fever. Again, Jill learned all of this and much more by ordering a thorough scan with a one-time credit card payment of $249 and about 30 minutes of her time. Do you think she feels better, more confident, more at peace, with her eyes wide open? Why guess at what's causing you discomfort when you can know the truth? Why live in fear? Why live in pain? Why live in shame? You don't know what you don't know. And not knowing is uncomfortable at the very least, and maybe seriously unhealthy. Live a better, more intentional life. It will start when you decide to come out of the shadows of ignorance and step into the light of day with your eyes wide open.